In a thrilling last day decider, Celtic come out triumphant once again in the Scottish Premiership. Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports. Here myself Charlie. I'm wondering before the video starts to please like, comment and subscribe. If you guys do, it's greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Yes, the Germans, they used to have a saying about the Germans, 22 men kick a ball around and then the Germans end up winning. Feels like that's the case now in Scotland with Celtic. 22 men kick the ball around and Celtic end up winning the league. There's a lot to dissect with this whole post-split fixtures. I did a video a few weeks ago to talk about that this was the most exciting title race in Europe, and it proved to be that. It always looked like it was shaping up to be a final day decider. We always knew it was going to go down to the final day, and so it did. Celtic winning, Dazan Maeda scoring the winner in the 87th minute. I mean, the third goal you can pretty much not discount, but the keeper's come up. By the way, I don't like criticising people in real high-pressure situations, but it was a great free kick from Blair Spittle. Free kicks on the line, seasons on the line, and you don't beat the first man. That's not good enough. I'm sorry, that's not. Which meant that Callum Osborne could run up the other end of the pitch and walk the ball in the back of the net in order to secure the title. Great story for him, the young man who came through the Celtic youth system. And Celtic secured their 14th league title in 15 years. I did smirk a little bit at Callum McGregor's post-game press conference when he spoke about, everyone's written us off. I thought they had, but you are to be expected. Hearts was definitely the fairytale this. You weren't the underdogs in this one. But I get what you say as well, that it's been a turbulent season for Celtic and Rangers, who were nowhere near it in the end. There's a lot gone on in this split, like I say. The Motherwell handball is bad. It's bad refereeing. It's bad for the VAR. I don't ever want to talk conspiracies because I think when you start getting into that murky world, you make yourself look a bit foolish sometimes. But it's not a penalty, and that has impacted it. Hearts probably should have had a penalty, ironically enough, against Motherwell. The two incidents I'm not saying they've decided the title, they haven't, but they certainly impacted the title race in a massive way, VAR. And then today we have these unsavoury scenes at the end where Lawrence Shankland, who is, I think, is pretty open, quite a Rangers fan, of course, still though, even though it was Hearts today, they are still Celtic's biggest rivals. He is approached by fans at the end, goaded him. I actually got to say about the goading that people are jumping on it, but there was a lot of people in that stadium who were booing. There's a lot of people in the stadium, a lot of Celtic fans who were pretty angry, I think, about the pitch invasion and didn't think it was good. In fact, there's even a video of one of the guys on the pitch who then tries to stop some of the other Celtic fans from attacking the Hearts players. So I think there's a lot with that going on. The weird thing is, and the thing that I think is very much not up for debate, and I don't think they would ever do it, but everyone saw the incident the other week in Czechia, but in the Prague derby, when Slavia's fans ran on the pitch with the flares and invaded it, on the verge of actually winning the title against Sparta. And the game was abandoned and the Czech FA awarded Sparta the 3-0 victory. Now, I don't actually know what the rules are. I don't think the SFA would do it, but Miles O'Neill's openly admitted in his press conference afterwards that he thought the game was still going on. The fourth official told him a minute was still left, and the Celtic fans have invaded the pitch. It'll be interesting to see if Hearts do. I mean, they might do, but I think it'd be a shame if they did. But do say something to the SFA and put a complaint in to say the game was cut off a minute before due to the actions of Celtic fans. When you all talk about Scottish football, I think, and I've always been careful of it, is you got to be careful not to come across as, because it is so divided. You don't want to come across as on one side or the other side, because I thought actually it was a brilliant title race and a brilliant advertisement for the Scottish game. To have Hearts there, a club of tradition, a club who, yes, haven't won the league since 1960, but have had an outstanding season with Derek McInnes, with the players they had. Kabore, I thought, was outstanding today. Shankland has been brilliant again for them. The new signings as well, Claudio Braga, Steinbender as well. Steinbender has been outstanding. There's others as well. But I think it's a shame if those scenes do overshadow it, the Celtic fans invading the pitch. Celtic, though, I mean, Martin O'Neill, as a Forest fan, what a legend he is, because he's managed to turn this round, to galvanise a side that after Wilfred Nancy looked really in the abyss. He's managed to galvanise them, get them together, and listen, I think he's just a class manager and a class act. You know, he sought out McInnes. He shook McInnes' hand at the end. Yes, he said he didn't see the pitch invasion, but he's also, like I say, I think a class act. I think today was definitely about Celtic and Hearts, and for Celtic to win it that way as a Celtic fan, yeah, it can't get a much better feeling than that. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. To try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.